Welcome back, everyone, to another fascinating story from the world of rare and valuable coins. Today's video will take you on an incredible journey, a story that connects history, mystery, and money, all through one small piece of metal, the Australia 2020 cent coin. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary coin, something you might use to buy a candy bar or drop in a parking meter. But what if I told you that this single coin, yes, this simple 20-cent piece, could be worth thousands of dollars, and that one mistake by the mint turned it into a modern treasure? Let's begin this journey from the very start. It was the year 2000, a time of change and celebration. The new millennium had just begun. People were filled with hope, and nations across the world were preparing for a new era. In Australia, the Royal Australian Mint was busy striking new coins for daily use. Among them was the familiar 20-cent coin, featuring the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the famous platypus design on the other. But something strange happened that year, a minting error so rare, so unexpected, that it would create one of the most valuable modern coins in Australian history. This coin is famously known as the 2000 mule error 20-cent coin, and the word mule refers to a coin that struck using mismatched dies. In this case, the reverse side, the platypus design, was paired with the wrong obverse side, meant for the $1 coin instead of the 20-cent piece. That tiny mistake resulted in a coin that looked normal at first, but when collectors looked closely, they noticed something strange. The queen's head appeared thicker and the rim around it was double. That's when the discovery was made. Now here's where things get truly fascinating. This wasn't just one or two coins. Around 200,000 mule coins are believed to have accidentally entered circulation in 2000. But over time, most were lost, melted, or damaged. The few that survived in mint or circulated condition have now become the holy grail for Australian coin collectors. A genuine 2000 mule 20-cent coin can sell for over $3,000 to $5,000 Australian dollars, and in some cases, pristine examples graded by professionals have reached $7,000 or more at auction. Some dealers even list them for $10,000 depending on their grade and strike quality. Imagine, a small 20-cent coin turning into a small fortune, all because of one minting mistake. But the value isn't only about money. This coin represents history, a perfect example of how human error can create something extraordinary. It teaches us that even in the most perfect systems, a small flaw can produce beauty, rarity, and timeless worth. Every 2000 mule coin carries within it a story of precision, chance, and destiny. Let's talk about its identification, how to recognize one if you ever come across it. The easiest way is by looking closely at the queen's head. On a normal 20-cent coin, her portrait appears balanced and the rim looks clean. But on the mule error coin, the queen's portrait looks thicker, and you can see a double rim or ring around her head. That's the key difference, the sign that tells you you're holding a treasure worth thousands. Now here's something most people don't know. Many of these coins were first discovered in Perth, Western Australia, circulating quietly in small shops, markets, and gas stations. Ordinary people, truck drivers, teenagers, even school teachers, found them in their change, not realizing what they had in their hands. Years later, as news spread, people rushed to check their old coins, and a few lucky ones discovered that they had been carrying small fortunes in their wallets for years. One famous story tells of a man who used to collect spare change in a jar. One day while cleaning, he decided to sort them out. That's when he noticed something different about one of his 20-cent coins. After researching online, he realized it was a 2000 mule, and within a week he sold it for $4,700. A single coin, worth just 20 cents, changed his life in one unexpected moment. Think about it for a second. How many coins have you handled in your life? Hundreds? Thousands? Maybe more? And yet, one of them could be hiding in your pocket right now, silently holding a story of value, history, and luck. That's the magic of numismatics, the study of coins. It reminds us that not everything valuable shines like gold. Sometimes the true worth lies hidden in plain sight. The 2000 Australia 20-cent mule coin proves that even a mistake can turn into a masterpiece. Collectors from around the world are now hunting these coins with passion. Experts say only a few thousand still exist in good condition. Each year, their value rises as demand increases and supply decreases. So, if you ever visit Australia or come across Australian coins, take a moment to check the 20-cent pieces from the year 2000. You never know, you might be holding a treasure that can change your life overnight. In today's market, even a lightly circulated mule coin sells for $2,000 to $3,500, and pristine uncirculated examples can fetch over $7,500. That's not just money, that's history, mystery, and fortune combined in one coin. So next time you hold a coin, look at it closely. Check its date, its details, its shine, and its story. Because the world of coins is full of surprises waiting to be discovered. Thank you so much for watching. If you love stories of rare coins, hidden treasures, and the secrets of money, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And remember, what may seem like a simple coin to one person could be a priceless treasure to another. This was your host, Awise, and you've just learned about the 2000 Australia 20-cent mule coin, the coin that proved that sometimes mistakes are worth millions. This is the story of the 2001 Australia 20-cent coin, a coin that hides secrets, mistakes, and hidden fortune within its silver surface. Let's begin this story from the very start. The year was 2001, the first full year of the new millennium. Australia was celebrating a century of federation, 100 years since its states united to form one nation. The Royal Australian Mint decided to mark this historic moment by producing a range of special commemorative coins, each symbolizing the pride, unity, and progress of the country. Among them was the 20-cent coin, one of the most familiar and loved coins in Australia's everyday life. At first glance, the 2001 20-cent coin seems ordinary. It features the graceful platypus on one side and the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the other. But behind that ordinary look lies an extraordinary story, one filled with rare varieties, minting errors, and collector-grade pieces that have turned this simple coin into something worth thousands of dollars. You see, 2001 wasn't just any year, it was a special year for Australian coinage. The Royal Mint in Canberra struck millions of coins, but also released limited commemorative issues for the centenary of Federation, featuring designs representing each state and territory. That's where the story takes a turn, because some of these coins were struck using different dies, test metals, or misaligned presses, resulting in a series of rare and highly valuable minting errors. Among the most famous of these are the 2001 double rim error, the clipped planchet error, and the off-center strike error 20-cent coins. These error coins are extremely rare and sought after by collectors around the world. Depending on the condition, type of error, and grade, their value can range from $500 to over $5,000, and in exceptional cases, even higher when certified by professional grading services. Now let's talk about what makes them special. The double rim error happens when the die strikes the coin slightly misaligned, creating a second visible rim around the edge, a sign that this coin was struck off-center. The clipped planchet errors show a small missing section like someone took a bite out of the coin, caused when a blank piece of metal overlaps during production. And then there are die cracks, small raised lines across the coin's surface, formed when the minting die begins to wear out. Each of these imperfections turns a regular 20-cent piece into a collector's gem. But there's something even rarer, the 2001 Australia 20-cent mule. Similar to the legendary 2000 mule coin, a few 2001 coins are rumored to have been struck using incorrect obverse dies, creating mismatched patterns that experts call transition errors. While only a handful have been verified, collectors are constantly searching for them, hoping to uncover another miracle coin from that mysterious minting year. Now imagine this. You're holding an old 20-cent coin in your hand, worn by time, dull in color, something you might think is worthless. But under the right light, you notice something strange. A thicker rim, an uneven edge, a missing section. You take a closer look, search online, and discover that the same error coin sold for $2,800 in an Australian auction just months ago. That's the power of awareness. That's the thrill of discovery. Real stories exist of ordinary people who stumbled upon these coins by accident. A man from Brisbane found a clipped 2001 20-cent in his collection and sold it for $1,750. A schoolteacher in Sydney discovered an off-center strike coin in her purse and auctioned it for $3,400. And a retired collector from Melbourne revealed that he once traded a rare Federation 2001 error set for enough money to pay off his car loan. The question is, could you be next? The beauty of this coin lies not just in its metal but in its story. The 2001 20-cent coin stands as a symbol of Australia's federation, history, and craftsmanship. It tells a story of unity, 6 states and 2 territories coming together as one, and of the mistakes that made certain coins worth a fortune. Every scratch, every rim, every strike is a whisper from the past, telling the tale of a nation's identity through its currency. In today's market, a standard 2001 Australia 20-cent coin might be worth only a few cents in circulation. But a proof coin, a mint set coin, or any rare error can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, especially in top condition. Collectors from around the world, from America, Canada, and the UK, now actively seek out these coins. Some even call them the hidden treasures of the Commonwealth. So next time you come across a 2001 Australia 20-cent coin, don't ignore it. Hold it close, inspect every line, every detail, every mark. Because one small detail could make all the difference, turning your pocket change into priceless history. And remember, the true value of a coin isn't always in its metal, but in its mystery. The 2001 20-cent coin teaches us that even ordinary things can hold extraordinary stories, if only we look closely enough. Thank you for watching, my friends. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of rare coins and hidden fortunes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. There are more stories waiting to be told, stories of discovery, destiny, and hidden wealth buried in plain sight.